Hi, this is Elsie Kerns, and I want to thank you for joining our webinar with thermographic diagnostic imaging on stress reduction. So as a stress specialist, I wanted to also add this video so that you could visually see me do the exercises that I discussed and we showed on the slideshow. We're going to start with something very simple, that wrist twist. And simply by working the wrist on each hand, we are covering a lot of key energy acupuncture points that just helps with everything from the lungs to the heart, circulation. And so it's just an easy thing to do, quick, and anywhere, anytime. We also had the 3 taps. So if you find the end of your collarbone and come down about an inch and out an inch, these are the coffee cup points, the K27s, the end of the kidney meridian. And so this wakes us up, wakes up the brain. It'll give you an extra boost instead of that cup of coffee. Thymus supports the immune system. We need that all the time. We come over the breast to the first rib and work with spleen, and also slide to the side to work with spleen. And spleen is so important because she metabolizes everything that we take in, our food, feelings, thoughts. And the most important thing she does for us as a feminine organ is fight infection. So we want to keep spleen really strong. Do your shoulders get tight and just feel like you've got the weight of the world? Then pick up your hairbrush and tap across the back of the shoulders, back of the neck, and this is one way to release all that tension. It's fast, it's easy, and if you do it every day, you'll prevent a lot of that buildup that happens on the shoulders where you just feel like they're tight, tight, tight. We can also, when we feel too much anxiety and so on, we can just stretch it out. One hand up to the heavens, the other hand into the earth. And just do that from side to side, just stretching it out as much as possible, just releases tension and gives energy some space to move through you instead of being stuck. Now, how about all that energy that gets stuck in our head? Okay, so we looked at the crown pull, and here we're actually going to make little cups with our hands. We're going to go to the top of the hairline. We're going to press in and open, release all of the extra thinking, all of the negative thinking, all of the tension, all the way down to the back of the head. Pull off the neck. We can do that several times, and since we're up on our head so much these days, it's really a good thing to do. Now, we all have that frustration. We're talking about anxiety, frustration, and one good way to get rid of frustration and anger also, and this is something we ought to be teaching our kids as a safe way to get rid of frustration and anger, is we let our knees be soft for our back, let our feet touch the floor, feel our feet. Now we're going to gather all of our frustration, taking our open palms behind us, bringing them up, gathering all of that frustration into a nice tight fist up over our head, and we're going to blow it out with the sound shh. Again, gathering all of that frustration, bringing it up, packing it into a nice tight fist, and blowing it all the way out. Shh. Again, we can continue to do this as many times as we need, and shh. So blowing it out is a good way to just release that frustration. We did that stretch out to give the body energy so that it could have some space to move. But we also need to blow out that frustration, get rid of that. Now, one way to protect our energy on a regular basis is to do what we call the zip up, because we want to protect the pelvis and the solar plexus, the heart and the throat, and they are really considered our emotional centers. In other words, that's where somebody's going to pull on our energy, or we're going to feel overly empathetic and take in their situation. So we want to just protect our energy on a daily basis. Very easy. Both hands starting at the top of the pubic bone, come straight up the middle of the body, up to the bottom lip once. Back to the pubic bone, nice strong zipper. We're zipping up right over the throat to the bottom lip. And a third time, strong zip up all the way up, locking our zipper and throwing the key away. Now we also, on the PowerPoint slideshow, I showed you the 3 heart zip up. So we take both hands, we start at the pubic bone, we go up over the heart once and twice, 3 times, opening the heart and also zipping up. The 4th time coming straight up to the bottom lip, locking the zipper, throwing away the key. We've done some things to blow out frustration, release tension over the shoulders, but let's tap in joy. Let's tap in the joy of spring. And anytime there's something that is special that happens every day, just that sunny day, warm weather, tap right between the eyebrows. This is the beginning of the bladder meridian, and it works with our nervous system very closely. So whenever we need an opportunity to bring in joy, or when we see or experience something that is joyful, tap it in, begin a new habit. We need to tap in more joy to our life, especially today. We're exposed to 24/7 news from around the world, most of which is distressing. So take the opportunity to look for joy in your life and tap it in. Create a new habit for the body to just tap in joy. And then we also talked about on the slideshow a very easy way to calm that anxiety. And we used the exercise on the triple warmer smoothie. So we start right at the edge of the temples here. We go over the ear and pull off the neck. And we're literally calming down that meridian. Start at the temples, slide over the ear, pull off and release tension at the neck. One more time, starting at the temple, sliding over the ears, pulling off the neck, one hand over the other, landing on the heart. That fight or flight mechanism that we have is actually the king of our energy because it can save us. And we wanted to do that in certain circumstances. But the one place that fight or flight can't steal energy from is the heart. He may be the emperor, but she is the empress. And so she can kind of assure that fight or flight that everything is okay. So triple warmer smoothie is the triple warmer term is what's used in traditional Chinese medicine that is comparable to our sympathetic nervous system or fight or flight. So using that triple warmer is quick, it's effective, and it's so important to calm that anxiety and stress that we have down. We can also use that 1-minute meditation where we're using the breath. So we simply breathe in, peace and calm. Breathe out, stress and anxiety. And we might take an opportunity to close our eyes, breathing in, peace and calm. Breathing out, stress and anxiety. And again, breathing in, peace and calm. Breathing out, stress and anxiety. So we can do that 1-minute meditation anywhere, anytime. And we can even extend it if we need to do it longer. The important thing is to take some of these tools and begin to integrate them into your daily life. and find out which ones work the best for you or which ones you like the best and practice them. Remember, our energy is vibrational. It's changing every single moment. And so we can help it change as well with just the simple things that we did with some of the tapping, the hairbrush, the blowing out, calming down that fight or flight. There are many ways that we can help ourselves. And if we do this on a regular basis, it becomes a healthy practice. So from your stress specialist, here are some really easy ways to practice calming down that stress and anxiety. And I wanted you to be able to see it visually on this little video. Thanks for joining me. So glad you came to the webinar. And remember that Leisha and Dr. Getson are going to have these free webinars every single month. So stay in tune. And they're recorded for replay. So even if you can't make that day in time, sign up, register, because you'll get the replay link. Thanks, and see you soon. This is Elsie Kerns, Wellness with Elsie.